Everything that we know and see today came into existence by the command of Allah Almighty. Everything was created to serve a purpose for the betterment of mankind. However, we often forget our purpose and become ungrateful towards Allah's blessings. In today's episode, we will discuss an important topic from Surah Al-Imran, verses 4 and 5, which talks about the first creation of Allah. Before creating the heavens and the earth, Allah created three important things: the pen, the Nun, and the intellect. These creations are mentioned in the Quran, and by understanding their meanings, we can gain immense knowledge about our existence and purpose on earth. So what were these first creations? What are their meanings? And why did Allah create them before anything else? Let's find out. First, let's start with the pen. The pen is a symbol of knowledge, writing and recording. It is through the pen that knowledge is transferred from one generation to the next. When we read the Quran or any other book, we are utilizing the power of the pen. When we write or draw something, we are using the power of the pen. In fact, everything that we learn, teach, or share with others is made possible through the power of the pen. Now let's move on to the second creation, the Nun. The Nun is a powerful symbol that represents the course of human life. Just like the letters of the alphabet, the Nun also holds a deep meaning. It signifies the journey of a person's life, the path they take, and the decisions they make. Every individual has the freedom to choose their path in life, whether it is good or bad. And these choices determine the direction of their future. For example, if someone chooses to be kind and helpful, their life will be filled with positivity and good relationships. On the other hand, if someone chooses to be selfish and harmful, their life will be filled with negativity and destruction. Finally, let's discuss the third and perhaps the most important creation, the intellect. The intellect is the ability to think, reason, and understand. It is through our intellect that we can differentiate between right and wrong, good and bad. We can use our intellect to make decisions, solve problems, and improve our lives. However, it is important to note that Allah has given us the free will to choose how we use our intellect. Some people choose to use their intellect for good, while others choose to use it for evil. So why did Allah create these three things before anything else? To answer this question, let's look at what some scholars have said. According to them, these three creations represent the most important aspects of human life. Without knowledge, guidance, and the ability to choose, we cannot truly be called humans. We need knowledge to understand our purpose and to make decisions. We need guidance to follow the right path and to avoid making mistakes. And we need the ability to choose so that we can be held accountable for our actions. These three things are essential for a meaningful life, and without them, we would not be able to live as responsible and accountable individuals. Another point to consider is that these creations represent the trinity of human nature. Our human nature consists of three parts: the body, the mind, and the soul. The body is like the pen, which is used to fulfill our desires and needs. The mind is like the Nun, which guides us and directs our actions. And the soul is like the intellect, which gives us the ability to think and choose. By understanding this, we can see how these three creations are interconnected and how they work together to make us who we are. Finally, these creations teach us an important lesson about gratitude. Before creating the heavens and the earth, Allah created these three things to show us that we should be grateful for every blessing that we receive in our lives. Knowledge, guidance, and the ability to choose are some of the greatest gifts that Allah has given us. We should use these gifts wisely and never take them for granted. To conclude, the first creation of Allah, the pen, the Nun, and the intellect, holds deep meanings and teaches us valuable lessons about knowledge, guidance, free will, human nature, and gratitude. As Muslims, it is our duty to understand and reflect upon these teachings and apply them in our daily lives. May Allah help us to be grateful for the blessings we have been given and to use them wisely. If today's message inspired you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone seeking truth, and most importantly, subscribe to Roots of Faith.